Hey guys, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you my worst dating experience. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been doing a ton of like personal type videos where I tell embarrassing stories and advice videos. You guys seem to really enjoy them, so give it a thumbs up if you want me to continue to do these types of videos because I have a lot of fun filming them. So without further ado, let's get started. So my worst dating experience happened my freshman year of college. Of course, I was in a new environment and I just had to experience the worst thing ever, but happens to everyone, I guess, right? So the summer before I was heading off to college, I joined this Facebook group for like new freshman students. So basically it was like a big chat room. You could say what you were nervous about and what you were excited about, and you could just like meet new people before you actually got to school. So obviously I was a part of that group, and this boy at the time was a senior in college, yes, and I was not even, like, I was gonna be a freshman. He must have gone on the Facebook page, which, huge red flag right there that a senior was creeping on like a freshman page, but whatever. So he found my profile on there and he messaged me, and like we just started talking, and we were talking for a few weeks before I went to school, so I like kind of knew him and we kind of liked each other. So I got to school and I finally met him, and we were just like talking and hanging out, and he was a senior and I was a freshman, obviously. So he at the time was living in a townhouse with a bunch of his guy friends, and my school was very small, so the townhouses were like on campus, and his specific townhouse was right next to the freshman dorm that I was living in, so it was like very convenient to hang out and stuff. So like I said, we were just talking and it was going well, and he would throw parties at his townhouse and invite me, and of course I would bring all of my friends, and like it was just like so cool that we were going to be like invited to like a senior party, and so we would go to those like all the time. So everything was going fine for a while. It was just fun. I was experiencing my college like life and going to a party and hanging out with an older guy, and I just thought I was so cool. And then all of a sudden one day he kind of started to become more standoffish, and he was just acting like a big jerk. This one particular night he was having another party, so of course my friends and I, we went over, and we were a little bit late to the party, so when we walked in I saw him and he was like in the corner, and he was clearly like hardcore hitting on and flirting with this girl, and like I walked in and he didn't even acknowledge that I was there, like I was his girlfriend, and he didn't even like care that I was there, so I was like furious. He had obviously been under the influence, so he was like not really caring, and I was very, very angry. So it was just like a really bad scenario because we were just like fighting in front of so many people, and it was just so embarrassing. So I left that night and I was just so mad. And then of course the next day he's texting me and he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and I like really liked him for some reason. Like I don't know why I liked him. He wasn't even good looking. That sounds really shallow, but like he wasn't even good looking and he was mean. Like at least be one. So whatever, I like forgave him and we just like kept talking, and then I get a text message from a friend slash acquaintance who texted me saying that he was texting her trying to, you know, like hang out with her and hook up with her and whatever. He was trying to cheat on me basically. So she sent me like the actual text that he was sending her, and apparently she told me that he was doing this to a lot of other girls, so I was like, hell no. So this was during the day that I found out, so my roommate and I, we decided to walk over to the townhouse that he lived in, and he always kept like, they always kept their door like opened because it was like just like a house that everybody like walked into and just like hung out in a lot of the times. So we walked over and I walked in, barged in like so angry, and he was sitting on his stupid couch watching TV, and I just like dumped his butt right there in front of his roommates, and then I walked out. He was so mad that that happened. Like he texted me and he was freaking out on me, and I was just like, so over it, I'm done. You're a loser, you're a douchebag, I hate you. So after that whole thing happened, he started to turn into a huge stalker. Months and months had gone by, and I actually had met my boyfriend right now, currently, Mike. He was the same age as me, and he was actually a nice guy, at least I thought at the time, and turns out he is. But anyway, I met him and we were like talking and stuff. We weren't like officially dating yet, I don't think. But my ex, he didn't like it, obviously, and he would like text me and be like, oh my god, like, I give you guys 2 months and then you're gonna break up. Like, he was just being so mean because he wanted me back, but he was just like a super jerk. And at that point I was like so 100%, 100 million jillion percent over it. Like, it was never gonna happen again. I was never gonna date him again. Like, worst experience of my life. So he would like continually text me, blah blah blah, be super annoying. And so one night Mike was over in my dorm with a bunch of my roommates, and we were just sitting in my room watching a movie. And so to rewind back, like a backstory to what's about to happen, while my ex at the time and I were like dating or whatever, we had gone to a like haunted hayride attraction, and it was like cold outside, so he gave me his sweatshirt. Like, how cliche. And I just like, I still had it. So he texted me and he was like, yo, give me my sweatshirt back. And I was like, okay, like, I don't want it anyway. So we had a mutual friend who I decided to give it to give to him, because I didn't want to see him. I didn't want to like go over there and then have all of this like drama happen. Like, I just didn't want any of it. So I gave it to her very nicely. I was like, here, you can give it to him, whatever. So she takes it, she gives it to him. So now we're back to everybody in my dorm room watching a movie. All of a sudden I hear banging on my door, banging on my dorm room door, and who barges in but him, my ex. He barged in to my room while everyone was sitting in there. Mike was in there. It was so embarrassing. He walks in and he has the sweatshirt that I gave to his friend or whatever to give back to him. And he was apparently so offended that I couldn't go and give it to him in person. So he came back and he threw it at me. He threw a sweatshirt at me, and I was like, obviously you don't really want your sweatshirt that bad if you're giving it back. Like, just take the sweatshirt and get over it. So he was like screaming at me, he was cursing at me, and I was just like mortified. I couldn't believe what was happening. And then he left, and he left his sweatshirt on the ground, like in my dorm room. Like, okay. So my friends and I decided to pick up his sweatshirt, and we walked out to the dumpster and we threw his sweatshirt out in the garbage, because clearly you didn't really want your sweatshirt that bad. You only wanted me to go meet you in person so that you could see me in person. Bye bye sweatshirt. So after that incident happened, it was just like pure drama. Like, he would constantly text me. He would have like these girls who he was friends with who were like super nasty to me for no reason. Like, he was the one who like was trying to cheat on me and being a complete like jerk. But I was getting all of this backlash for giving his sweatshirt to a friend to give to him. He would just continually text me like while I was dating my current boyfriend now. And eventually I just had to block his number because it was just getting to be like so crazy and so annoying. Crazy experience. But that's basically the story of my worst dating experience. That by far, hands down, hopefully will be my worst dating experience ever for the rest of my life. So a word of advice to you guys out there: if you're a freshman in high school, if you're a freshman in college, whatever, don't date a senior, because odds are you're gonna get screwed over. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!